One of the most hardwired desires in the human brain is to seek the path of least resistance. We're always looking for patterns and shortcuts to make things easier so that way we can conserve energy. I had initially heard this years ago, but watching a video, I recently reheard it and it made me think about it through a different lens. Now, being that I am an avid free gracer, it made me wonder, when it comes to false religion, how are false religions so popular and why isn't legitimate Christianity the number one religion? All false religions have this one commonality in all of them, which is that they teach a works-based salvation. That either you have to do something to, appease God, or you have to do X, Y, and Z to get the good outcome. Because not all religions necessarily believe in a higher power, but you have to just do works in order to get to the ending that you want. That is the commonality between all false religion. They all have that in common. But legitimate Christianity is different in the sense that it teaches that salvation, or the good ending that you want, is obtained only by belief. There are no works on our part. And when you hear that, isn't that good news? Isn't that something that you want to believe? But yet, false religions prevail and legitimate Christianity is constantly getting snuffed out. And maybe it's because, simply a numbers game, because, there's only one truth and everything else is a lie. So maybe just most people haven't heard of it. That would be what you would think. But even in the Bible, it says that, people who have heard it, people who do hear it. It's not like everybody who has at least heard the gospel, heard the truth, believes it because it makes sense. And that's, what we're naturally disposed to want to believe. But no, even people who've heard it, they don't believe it. Even out of the people who have already heard the true gospel, most people reject it. And it's like, why is that? It goes against our natural disposition. But once again, going back to the Bible, it makes perfect sense, because at the end of the day, we fight not a battle against flesh and blood. The trial is not a matter of logic and statistics and numbers and facts and just stuff that we can see in hard evidence. It's not like that. That's why these atheists are such bold-faced liars. Oh, if you just show me the evidence, I'll believe. Oh, if you just produce, some hard facts, then I'll believe. No, you wouldn't, because you don't want to believe. At the end of the day, you don't want to believe, and you're not going to. The same reason why people who literally saw Jesus Christ, God incarnate, walk on the earth, didn't believe on him. Okay, so don't ever listen to these clowns that tell you that if you just give them enough proof that they would believe. No, they wouldn't. Okay. It's a spiritual issue. You give someone the truth, you give someone the gospel, you tell them that, hey, it's by faith alone. You don't have to do any works. You'll never be good enough on your own accord. You have to just believe. And then when you believe, from that moment on and forevermore, you will be saved and held in the hand of Christ. They don't want to believe that. That, since it is a spiritual issue, it contradicts, it overrides their carnal mind. And it's like, no, I don't want to believe that. And thank God a lot of people do come around after a while. Some people, they're ready to hear it and they will accept it. But some people, it takes them years and years, of hearing it, and then they eventually come around. And then, most people, they don't come around, which is sad. But friend, let this be a reminder that, our battle is not flesh and blood, that, you cannot facts and logic somebody into the kingdom of God. Okay. They have to be spiritually ready for it. They have to want to hear it. And it goes against logic, it goes against reason as to why someone would choose to believe something that tells them they have to work and toil in order to, appease and be justified in the eyes of God. But that's just the way it is. It's a spiritual battle. And so we need to pray that God will send us to people that want to hear the truth, and that he will soften the hearts and the minds of people that we talk to, because we're never going to dial in and get just the perfect formula of, our plan of salvation that we're going to give to people. That's just going to make them believe, and it's going to, refute everything. And, we're never going to debate someone into belief. They have to choose. They have to want it.